Hey everybody, Stephen Dunn here. And if you joined me for my very first video unboxing, it was an unboxing of a Creality CR10 V3 3D printer. And so in that, you know, if you ask my wife, I'm a guy who just likes technology. I like to do things technology-wise. I wouldn't call myself a gadget guru, but I am a gadget geek, I guess you could say. I really like playing with gadgets, especially technology type things. Anyway, so my wife decided in her crafts that she does, she works with a Cricut machine. In fact, the day she bought her Cricut, she brought it home. I unboxed it and got to do the first stuff with it. But anyway, so we decided, she recently placed an order for a new printer, and we decided, hey, why not go ahead and do an unboxing of that printer, talk a little bit about that printer from a technology standpoint. That printer is the HP Tango. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the HP Tango, do an unboxing of that printer, and set it up and do our first print on it and see how it goes. So stay tuned. All right, so here you can see our HP Tango. Now this particular box, this particular printer itself was purchased from a big box store, delivered to our house as you see it here. So it really didn't have any covering or anything like that. So luckily my wife was able to work from home and make sure that we got it without someone stealing it off of our porch, which did happen to us once at Christmas time. So I just wanted to point out a couple of things with this. First off, print from anywhere. This is a great functionality. We're going to hook this up to our wireless network, set up an account, and we're going to be able to print from anywhere. We can scan and copy with the HP Smart app, so I can scan something in with the app on my phone and print that off. It does have the simple setup, which we'll go through. And then the really cool thing here was the instant ink. So it is ready for instant ink. Now, my wife has been doing some research on this more than I have. And one of the reasons that she really wanted to go with this unit was because of the ink program through HP. I think it's, I'd have to ask her for sure. I'll put it down here, maybe with some text for sure. I think it's $2.99 to replace the ink. And from what she's been telling me, and I haven't done my research, so I really should look into this a little bit more, but she also said if you print from your app, if you're printing a picture from your app, printing onto the printer and from your phone or from an iPad, that the prints that you do from there, the ink that you use using your app, the ink is then free. Now I haven't looked into this 100%, but that is what my understanding is. So I'm going to look into that a little bit more, put some notes into the detailed descriptions down below about what I find out, put some links in there for you too. So let's get to the unboxing, and we'll take it out of the box and see what it looks like. So I'm just coming through and cutting off any seal tape here that is going to prevent me from getting into that box. Okay, pretty simple. Open that up. So as we can see here, let me go ahead and tilt my camera up here. So as we can see, to plug in, then set up with the HP Smart app. Okay, now you can see there are downloads in the App Store, Google Play, and then there's also going to be the QR code that you can scan in with your phone and take you directly there as well. So I have actually already downloaded the HP Smart app, and I'm going to put that into the video and show you that download as well. But here's the printer itself. Okay, it is wrapped in some plastic, which we'll get off here in just a moment. Inside the box is also the base for the unit as well. Little paper tray there. Down below that, there are some setup instructions, some instant ink instructions, and some photo paper here as well. So 50 pages a month, $2.99, 100 pages a month, $4.99, 300 pages a month is $9.99. We are probably going to fall into the occasional, possibly into the moderate. So $2.99 a month, if we do the occasional, should be pretty simple. It says save up to 50% on ink. Never run out of ink. HP Tango automatically sends ink to you when needed, so you never run out. Photos printed from your phone are free. So there it is, folks. I'll bring this into play here. Photos printed from your phone are free, only on HP Tango. Photos printed from your phone, size 5x7 or smaller, do not count against your monthly pages when you sign up for HP Instant Ink. So we could potentially print more than 50 pages in a month if we're doing it from our phone on photos 5x7 or smaller. Okay, so that's a pretty cool plan there. So we'll try that out, see how that goes. And then just some more information sheets in here. Continuing on inside the box, you can see over here there is an ink symbol, and down here is going to be the electrical. Oops. Keep that lid open there. So we'll just kind of move this piece off to the side, pull this out. Okay. So there is going to be our electrical cable, of course. And then here are going to be our inks. So one of these is going to be a black ink. So set up black cartridge. And the other one's going to be the tricolor. So this is going to be your, probably your red, cyan, and magenta. Excuse me, yellow, cyan, and magenta tricolor is what that should be, I would imagine. Okay. Just this little talking about your ink cartridges there. Lots of recycling here to do. Okay. So let's take a look at those instructions again. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to plug it in and power it on. Then we're going to come into our Smart app, which is required for setup. And then after the setup, print from more devices with software at 123.hp.com. So from my laptop, etc., I should be able to set that up for those as well. Nothing else on there. Here, it gives some information about the printer itself. So if it's pulsing green, turn on or off, it's updating. Turning on or off or updating. Rotating blue is Wi-Fi setup mode. Steady light blue, connected to a Wi-Fi network and ready to print. On or blinking amber, there's an error, perhaps lost connection or ink or paper not installed correctly. So here's your ink door button. This is going to be your icon buttons. So you have cancel, press when lit to cancel information and resume. Paper input light shows where the load paper, and there's a paper, or there's a paper error. Now on the back of the unit is going to be your on-off switch and then your Wi-Fi switch. Okay. And then just different languages on that. Pretty simple. So again, the base unit here is pretty simple. It's got some rubber feet on the unit. And then as I showed earlier, this simply tips out. And then you'll be able to open that up for a paper catch. So that makes that really, really nice. I'm going to push this back just a little bit. So here's the printer, the back of the printer. So you can see again, there is your power button and the Wi-Fi button down below. Plug in, of course, for it. Turn around up front, HP Tango, and there's where the paper comes out. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot to this printer. From, you know, I mean, printers, it's not a scanner, it's not anything like that. It's just a printer, but it's pretty simple. It makes it really, really nice. So let's get the plastic off of this thing. So I'm simply going to come to this corner and just kind of score it. I didn't see anywhere else on here to get that off of there. So I'll speed this up though, so you don't have to watch me do all this. All right, there we go. Now on the inside, open that baby up. You can see here there is a protective piece. Just pull that out. And it looked like, yeah, just push down, pulls it up, and here is where, ha! Of course that would happen on me in this video. Let me pull that up again. So there you can see the inkwell here and there. We'll get it plugged in and start it up so that we can put our ink into it and kind of go from there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and plug this in. So put my power cord over here and see if I can sneak in some power from a power strip. Got just off my table here. So as you can see here now, it's plugged in, and you can see the light down below, how it is kind of strobing there. And we saw in that little booklet there that a rotating blue is in Wi-Fi setup mode. So right now it's probably looking for my phone, and I'm using my phone to record. So I'm going to switch to my phone recording so that we can see what the setup is like in there. Alright, so we're going to come into the Apple Store and search for HP Smart. This is going to be the HP Smart app. You can see that here at the top. So we're just going to click on that and then come down into HP Smart and click on Get. And of course with the Apple, it's going to come up and tell me I need to double click and install it. So while this is installing, I'm going to come back and just take a quick look at what the HP Smart app is talking about here. While this is going to go ahead and download. So we'll click on there and then just come in and just kind of scroll through here. So we can print, scan, share app. There's a setup in there that's pretty simple. How to print, scan something in and print, as I mentioned earlier, photo editing. There's some smart tasks that you can set up, different cloud accounts, and of course the supplies for that instant ink that's available as well. So we'll take a look at all those when we get inside the app itself. But for now, we're going to come in and take a look. Just finishing up install. It's got some great reviews on here, 4.8 out of 5. And here we can now open it. So welcome to HP Smart. I'm just going to go ahead and click on Continue. And ask, would you like to send notifications? You can say don't allow or allow, whichever you'd like to. You can share usage with them. And then HP Smart App would like to connect the devices on your local network. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And it says at the top here, if you look, it says we found a new printer. So I'm going to click on that. And it continues with we found HP Tango. So click on that and then say yes. We'd like to put it on the Wi-Fi network. And mine's just called Home Network, so we'll accept that. Once it's accepted the home network and joined it, you can click on Done. Now it's going to connect directly to the printer. Kind of go through a few screens here. And it's requesting that printer information. Now we can start setting it up. So here's where you can decide to join that account. It's going to want to use hp.com to sign in, so we're going to go ahead and click on Continue there. Going to take us out to hp.com, and this is where I'm going to go ahead and fill in my information for my HP account that I'm going to set up. So first name and last name, email address, and of course then to fill out the password. And I'm going to use my Apple Strong password in here. I'm in the United States, and then I'm not a robot. And I'm going to go ahead and sign up. Of course, you can choose to uncheck the HP may email me personal offers, etc. if you want to uncheck that. But for now, we'll just click on sign up and let it continue. Now we're going to get our setup instructions for the printer itself. So far all I've done is plug the printer in and then started with downloading the app. So let's go ahead and lift up the lid, and we'll then recognize as soon as I lifted the lid up. And my paper guides were already spread out, so I grabbed some paper and put some paper in there. I'm going to load some A4 size paper. which is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet. And I'm going to load that into the printer. And this is just going to be for the initial nozzle test, alignment test. So we can see here I put some paper in. I just need to come in and adjust the side guides. Oops, here we go. So I got the side guide here and one on this side as well. Push those in. Okay, paper is now loaded. I can see that here on my phone. Now it's time to install the ink. So we're going to come back over here to the printer. And we're going to push the button there. Lifts that lid up, and you can see then where it moved the ink wells over to be loaded. Alright, so here is our black ink. Okay, and you can see here there's an orange tab on the back. We need to pull that tab off. Exposing the ink head, the printer head there. And then we're going to go in and insert that cartridge into place. Ink. There we go. Just kind of pulling this piece forward over top to snap into place. We'll do the same thing here when we get the other one unwrapped. Alright, so here is our cyan, magenta, yellow, the tricolor. And you'll notice the cover of it here is kind of that magenta color, and that coincides perfectly with the magenta color here. So again, I'm going to just put this into place. Kind of hold, pushing that down and pulling this at the same time, snaps it into place. So those two pieces are in place where they need to go. And so now I just need to close the ink door, press it down. Ink is installed. So now we're going to do an alignment. I'm going to go ahead and start that. Here, of course, is where I could take the printer paper catch here. Pull that out. So now I have a nice catch there for the print as it comes out. Now, as you can see on the screen here, while this is printing, I also have an offer for try instant ink and receive a free welcome kit. So we'll continue. We're going to do the $2.99 plan, and then I'm going to tell it where to ship my information. Now, as that print came off, you heard that little sound, which was kind of nice to let us know, hey, your print is complete. And just got this blurred out, of course, and safety precaution here, but got the information in. They want to verify the address, and I'm going to go ahead and verify that. And then it's going to continue on then to the credit card payment information. So I'm going to actually cut my video here Okay, so now here we get to thanks for signing up for Instant Ink. So that $2.99 offer that we have. And so at this point, click on Finish Printer Alignment, and we'll finish that that portion up. And now I can send this link to other people. So I'm going to send this link to my wife so that she can have the information on her devices as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Send Link option. And then I'm going to select my wife's information. Go ahead and click on Send it to her. And that link has now been sent from my phone using just a message. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and also send a mail, and I'm going to send this to my email address so that I can install it on my MacBook as well. So that link was sent. I can send more if I want to, but I'll just go ahead and say complete. My setup is now complete. We can continue on to printing. So I'm going to go ahead and print this page just to see how this prints out and what it looks like. And this will count against one of my pages. But you see there, my wife just accepted the link. So that's, but anyway, this is just going to print one of the welcome pages. So it does count against my 1 of 50. But again, remember, photographs do not. So we'll see how this prints out. And then I'll click on continue when I'm done. All right, so click on continue. Now it says setup is complete. I can go ahead and click all done, and we'll go back to, actually let's go ahead and look in the application a little bit more. So here you can see where it says you can organize documents 50% faster with Smart Tasks. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Smart Tasks look like. I'm going to go ahead and click on Get Started. All right, so in this first area here, you can see I can do camera scan to email, camera scan to some other things. So I'm going to create a Smart Task itself. And I'm going to go ahead and start with just a print function from a Smart Task. So I'm going to click on Print. I can name this first. So I'm going to click in and name it. I'll just name it Test here, for example. And then decide which one I want to use. So I want to use the Print. And then here I can add some different functionalities. How many copies do I want to use? Do I want a color? Do I want it two-sided? I'm just going to go ahead and accept those defaults. So one copy, color, single-sided. And in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and name this Print. In color. So we can just have a generic one there. Click on Save, and now I've just created a Smart Task. I can click on OK. I could even add to Siri if I wanted to do it as a Smart Task from Siri. So there I've created more. You can create as many of these as you want, but I'm going to go ahead and just close back out of there. Now we've added a new tile, so you can see here in there will be new tiles. You can personalize your tiles, do all kinds of fun things with those. So if we scroll down here, you will see, where'd it go? It's down towards the bottom. I clicked on the HP Fun Things. We can go out and see all the free printables, things for your kids, organizational kits, different kids at home activities, coloring, different things like that. So there's different things out there on the HP unit as well that you can go out and kind of utilize and take advantage of the freebie stuff they have out there for you as well. Makes it really nice, especially if you have kids like we do. 6, almost 7, a 5-year-old and a 20-month-old. So those are really fun pieces that you can utilize as well. So that's under that Play and Learn. But you can see here we have Smart Tasks, Mobile Fax, Camera Scan, Help and Support, Print Photos, Print Documents, Print Scan, Printer Scan, Copy, and then the tile that I added is right below the Printer Scan. You'll see there for that color print. So lots of different things that you can do here within the HP Tango or the HP Smart app, if you will. So what I want to do is I want to print a photo. Now the photos are not supposed to count against our count, so I'm going to go ahead and take and put in some printer photo that came with the unit itself. Click on Print Photos, and I'm going to allow my Smart app to access to all my photos. And you can see here it's just loading some photos. I'm going to go to Recents. So I'm going to come into my pictures here, and I'm going to select a picture of my children. So one I just took recently of the kids brushing their teeth together. So I can tap on the image to edit it, add filters or text, etc. like that if I want to, edit this photograph in any way.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to print it. So I click on print, I can tap to resize the image, kind of move it around if I want to, get it to set to where I want to. You can see there's rotate functionality, etc. I kind of move things around a little bit, just maybe get a little closer on the kids themselves, not so much the bathroom and the shower and things. You can see here my kids are using a phone app to brush their teeth. It helps them make sure they brush for 2 minutes. So just fun picture with the kids doing their brushing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit print, and it is sending to the printer, and the print job is now sent. And again, this is not going to count against my printer settings. So this is going to be really awesome, or my printer sheets. So I get only 50 sheets per month, but photo prints sent from my either my iPad or my phone will not count against those sheets. So I'll show that how that printed out here.
So here we can see the print that came out, and I have to say, you know, pretty good job. I like the quality of this print. Looks pretty good. So that was very quick and easy to set up, and I can remote print anytime, anywhere now. So I'm coming in here to my screen, accept all cookies here. I'm going to manage my print anywhere, and kind of go through that here on the screen.
So with the print anywhere, I can now come in here and add in another email address to add to our print anywhere. So I will put my wife's email address in here and hit add. And again, I'm going to cover that up just for our privacy. And then once that is done, I'll come back here to my manage printer settings. We can kind of look through some of these, but we're going to go ahead and just come check our printer. You can see we got print ink. We don't have any paper, so we got to put some paper in, but it's ready to go.
All right, so there you have the setup of the HP Tango. We're going to be utilizing that HP Instant Ink, $2.99 a month, 50 prints. Printing from your phone doesn't count. I mean, there's some pretty great features there, I think. So just replacing the, I mean, it's $2.99 a month. You may not use all that ink in a month. So, you know, does it equal out in the time frame that you would use all that ink possibly? But hey, we're gonna give it a shot, see how that goes. The print quality to me looked really great. I don't know how well this will come up on my screen here, but you know, compared to the screenshot that I showed you of my kids there brushing their teeth all together, I think it turned out really nice from a picture standpoint. So couldn't be happier with that from a printer. I'm a Canon guy. I really like Canon. My wife works for a tech company. They sell a lot of HP products, so I can understand her kind of looking at the HP products. Canon has some really nice printers as well from a photographic standpoint, but this was just a decision we made. I mean, all the stuff that I'm doing and reviewing is on our own. We're not getting paid to do any of this. We're doing it. I'm doing it as a kind of right now just as a hobby type of thing. But you know, hopefully people are getting something out of this. I mean, I don't know. People seem to enjoy. Sorry, my watch just went off. But people seem to enjoy the video that I did on my 3D printer, which I need to get back to and do a review on that. So you know, we'll see how this one goes as well. But that's the HP Tango. Now I'm going to turn around and take it downstairs so that my wife can have it in her crafting space where she wants it. Take care, everybody. Thank you for signing up, subscribing. Let me know what you think about this video. And if you have an idea for another tech video, another gadget type of thing, and not too costly, let me know. Maybe I'll be able to pick one up and do an unboxing and a test and some playing around and see what you think of that video. Thanks, everybody.